Good day guys, it's Mr. Nagodiga. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So if you want to gain more knowledge on how to get precision entry and how to get a good strategy and setup for yourself to trade with, then you should stick to the end of this video because I'll be explaining how I took this beautiful trade, precision entry, the both entry on gold buys. So stick to the end of this video guys. Firstly, what I spotted in this before I took this trade was my confluences, because you have to have enough confluence before taking any trade. You have to have enough probability in your favor, because this is a probability game. It's not a certain game. You are not certain about the outcome of any trade you take, but executing your plan over time gives you confidence and gives you profitability once your edge is profitable. So firstly, I spotted what a bullish breakoff structure to the upside, and whenever I see any breakoff structure, I will just wait for retest to the demand zone that break up the structure, or retest to the supply zone that break up the structure. So I spotted the breakout structure. I waited patiently. This is the part that most retail traders and beginners get wrong. They think that is about getting the best strategy, having the best entry, but that's not it all. Trading is all about patience, guys, because if I wasn't patient enough to enter for this trade here, I would have fallen victim of inducement. So as I spotted this breakout structure, I waited for the pullback to this high probability demand zone that swept liquidity, which is what this zone here. And if you look at the zone, it is unmitigated. Like, price have not touched this zone before, so it's a fresh zone which I usually bet my money on. So I waited for mitigation of this zone and spotted liquidity. Immediately market swept liquidity below these lows. That was when I entered for a buy, because this is a push inducement. If you watch the first pullback, you think that market is now buying, but this is what an inducement, inducing retail traders to enter for an early buy. So I spotted the inducement and patiently waited for a liquidity sweep in this zone, and as I spotted the liquidity, I entered upon the mitigation of the liquidity sweep. And you can see this is a beautiful trade right here, break and retest, and we got about 1:13 risk to reward in this entry. Very beautiful setup. So guys, that's the same entry model I took for the same trade, knowing for a fact that we are in a bullish trend right now. The overall time frame now is bullish, and the internal time frame is also bullish. So we are riding the trend, guys. And if you look at the chart, you observe that market has been creating lower lows, higher lows and higher highs, which is strong lows and weaker highs. And if you see here, this trade I took here also break structure to the upside like this. And whenever I spot this break of structure, I wait for what? Retest to the demand zone, to a high probability demand zone, before taking my entry. And that was the same thing I did for this trade. After spotting this break of structure, patiently waited for pullback to this high probability demand zone, because this is a zone, this is the zone that is unmitigated and it's fresh. So that's the zone I always bet my money on, and immediately price mitigated this zone and swept liquidity. Let's go to the 1 minute time frame so you see the chart properly. So immediately price swept liquidity to this from this push inducement. So that's when I entered for a sell upon the mitigation of the liquidity sweep. So if you can see now, market came back after sweeping the liquidity and mitigated the liquidity zone. So that's when I entered for this trade, and it was a beautiful entry, guys. As you can see, I got 1:7 risk to reward in this trade alone. I took this trade in my community, in my Telegram channel, with my students. So if you want to catch this kind of setup like me, click the link in the description to join my community, guys. So that's how I got my entry for this trade and my trade idea. So guys, that's it for today's video. So if you want to see me how I analyze the chart, my analysis, my breakdown, how I get my trade ideas, do well to like, share and subscribe. I will see you guys on the next one.